These people aren't real. These people were never born. This person does not exist. .com is a website that generates random faces powered by artificial intelligence. The realism is uncanny that it got me thinking. The idea of creating something as cold as a machine to achieve some level higher than human capability is both captivating, that its mere potential is scary. Artificial intelligence has already been mended to our daily lives. In fact, it's being implemented to the infrastructure of entire countries. The entire idea of AI is a great leap forward for the tech industry and human beings as a whole, that it might even be the last human invention.
There were people who, even if just a few years before, said it was going to take decades to do.
The chess world all expected Kasparov to win, because the human had always won before.
A few decades ago, when you thought about chess, you usually think it's a human-only skill. That was until a computer called Deep Blue managed to beat the world's reigning chess champions effortlessly.
Kasparov he stands up, he starts gesturing, he looks over at his mother. I think having your mother in the room where you're playing an important chess game is not a great idea, as much as I love my mom.
Watson.
What is purple?
Correct. Taking you to 4400 and taking us to
Jeopardy,
our first break.
one of the world's most known game shows, was thought to be a human-only skill. Not until a computer called Watson dominated the competition.
Watson.
Who is Mario Cuomo?
Correct.
Let's finish MC5.
Music was thought to be driven by sheer human skill, until he realized the soundtrack playing right now is generated by AI. Admittedly, AI has already had a grasp on your daily life. When you open Spotify, the app generates a daily mix based on your preferences. Amazon learns about your buying habits based on your previous orders. On YouTube, it attempts to recommend videos for you to watch. We call these kinds of AI artificial narrow intelligence. But how does it work? This is where machine learning takes place. If we want a machine to think like an ordinary human, we need to give it information, kind of like the way babies are raised. Over time, that baby's brain begins to develop gradually as it becomes more exposed to the world around it. It becomes more experienced whenever it sees, touches, or plays with something new to it. And as a result, we feed a machine data for it to actually think. But knowing these natural gifts can be calculated and coded, what would be the reaction when it becomes way too good?
I want to be a pilot.
Either acting or like something in the visual arts. Like
probably to own like a coffee shop somewhere in like a little town.
If I had a dream job, I would be something that requires not a lot of work, but pays me a lot.
Probably a luxury car salesman.
The biggest fear concerning the international community is how automation can affect the job market. In fact, this rise of the machines might actually happen in the next decade. The World Economic Forum in 2018 has done an analysis on the world's job market and has seen two trends over the past 2 years. Firstly, tech jobs such as software engineering and data analysts has grown in popularity. These jobs are human-centric, since these jobs depend on natural human qualities like problem-solving and creativity. Another trend that appeared is that jobs like journalism, administration, and even managers decline in popularity, simply because they are highly automatable. But what does it mean for a job to be automatable? Weak AI may be called weak, but because they don't have the same human qualities we have, such as stress, emotion, or sentience, they can do tasks at a significantly faster and efficient pace than any other human being. Because of this, it's projected that work done by machines will jump from 29% of the job market to more than 50% by 2025. But it doesn't capture one of the most important things to us human beings. And that thing is art.
I don't think it'll ever replace human beings. That I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I don't think artificial intelligence will ever replace human beings. I think human beings are too complex. We're more than just data, and there are so many things happening on a creative level all of the time. When we're interacting with each other, we're always doing something new and different, which I don't think machines will ever get to that level.
Since machine learning is designed to be fed information, which is processed to a mathematical model of a human brain, that means that an AI can practically learn anything. Although computers are so large and bulky, that didn't stop supercomputers from being the size of entire buildings. As a result, AI can teach itself new things without the supervision of humans at all. It becomes independent. But honestly, I don't believe the art world is going to be killed by AI for a long time. Art is known to be an expression to celebrate the idea of human creative skill and imagination. It has been observed, immortalized, and most importantly, art evolved thanks to the process of civilization. It's a form of media that conveys so much emotion that it can store so much more than all of written history. It's our way in proving we have a soul. A machine, on the other hand, can't convey these same emotions. It's able to create art because it can see the patterns behind every single art piece we feed it. So in a way, it doesn't create, it generates. AI that only exists to complete its task. After all, it is designed for perfection and to always get the job right. But what if along the way, artificial intelligence sees us humans as an obstacle in completing its task? What if we are in the way of its goals to be the perfect tool? In the same report by the World Economic Forum, they have also mentioned how automation may lead to more rather than fewer jobs. The reason AI can lead to more jobs is not that jobs are AI-proof. It's the fact that this technological evolution is creating brand new jobs and demands for new skill sets and talents. In particular, the self-driving industry is slowly seeping its way into daily traffic, that it has the potential to create efficient and safer solutions for the road environment. But when you take note about the amount of people whose life involves being behind the wheel, you're putting that person's job and even his life at risk. There are way more jobs that should be noted that if we don't invest the time to allow these new skills to blossom, it would be met with resentment. If we want AI to be the next leap forward for humanity, we need to do it right. Repetitive and routine tasks that emotionally drain us are already being replaced by AI, given the rise of new technologies like self-driving cars. In the future, AI may even be a great tool for those that require creativity. Knowing AI is dispassionate, but can process large sums of information, it can help us generate great ideas that surpass our creative potential, so that the scientists and artists of tomorrow can become more innovative. AI has a chance to completely change how we live, but it all depends on how we approach it. There's also the idea of artificial general intelligence and superintelligence, the kind of AI that achieves the same sentience as us, that it may even be called alive. But it is inevitable that AI will replace us. However, this era of new technologies have paved a way for us people to blossom to our full potential. We must remember that we aren't perfect. Even AI can't be perfect. Perhaps the both of us aren't so different. We might be the cause for its flaws. Maybe we are the cause for this eventual robot uprising. But in a way, instead of replacing us, AI can teach us how important it is to appreciate our human gifts. AI might be our last human invention, but it might remind us what it is that makes us human.
They've made AI that can win chess games even when the room is on fire. Right? Meaning the human being will get up and leave, but the AI will just sit right through it because it doesn't understand all of the global things that are happening in the situation. We need to abandon the game because the room is on fire, right? But the AI has no legs, no perception of heat. It burns to the ground.
Interesting.
Loses the chess game.